Good evening to all my ghosts and goblins. Gather round as I celebrate the King of Death, Hades, by dropping at the Underworld 100 times. Prepare yourself for ghoulish laughter, snickering plays, and frightful victories. I don't know why I'm going Halloween-themed with this. You may notice some of this footage doesn't have the HUD. First, I wasn't sure I even was going to make this video. And the footage got corrupted. But thankfully, I have shadow play footage and still have the replay. So it will work. The first chest that I found was one of the new cool Olympian chests, and containing one of the new items from this season. I got the wings, which is the better option, but I ended up getting shots. I fled and eventually snuck up on my potential killer, and then I headed to the castle area. Here, we found Zeus's lightning. It's really cool visually, but you're just kind of left hanging in the air for a while. It really just isn't worth it. I also discovered how you fight the bosses. Instead of them just casually walking around like previous seasons, you need to actually, like, destroy a statue of them and work through 3 quick stages to eventually take them out. That's really cool. But of course, you make a lot of noise, so you gotta watch out for other players. Start off with game number 2 by getting the first kill of the match, actually. But then, while trying to third party, I got fourth partied. Unfortunately, the Underworld was a pretty hot drop on early into the season, so the Colings happened pretty quickly. You know, I don't really mind the Gatekeeper shotgun that much. I just wish you could hold more than 3 shots. Oh my god, it's because the Cerberus gun is, oh my god, it's the Cerberus gun. I just got, dude, that's so stupid. Okay, just kill me now. I heard a player, so I doubled back to see if I'd be able to get the drop on him, but I was just fully not expecting them to fly through the roof. I was caught extremely off guard. Wow, this contrail is just great. I found this player dancing their heart out. I could have let him live, but Zeus wouldn't have. You may also have noticed these green skulls floating around my player. If you touch the green water, the souls of the dead join you, and then you can spend one of them to teleport forwards a little bit. It's pretty useful. I like it a lot. I also like this kill a lot. And would you believe me if I said I didn't notice this person at all? Dropping in with some friends for Game 7. We were going crazy. Made it all the way down to Grim Gate with 7 kills across our squad. And I just wiped out another trio by myself. We just kept running around the map, adding kills to our collection. I also got one of the best kills of my career. Oh! Oh, yeah, baby! I don't know what it is, but the script really likes it. We also made our way over to Restored Reels and took control as the map kept feeding us more players, and we won the match with 27 kills across the board. 10 of them were mine. Oh no, we were not stopping our rampage anytime soon. We basically did the same thing as last match. We took out Hades for his loot and then stopped by Grim Gate for Cerberus. We ended up back at Restored Reels, where we ended up having some fun with some statues for up to 15 minutes as the storm closed around us. Eventually, we thinned the herd enough, and we won the match with 14 kills across the board. Again, 10 of which were mine. Yeah, that's back-to-back wins. I'm using the Gordon Freeman loadout for Game 9 because we'll likely never get an official collaboration, and I need to cope. Unfortunately, Azazel should have copped some better Wi-Fi as we pushed into a fight and their internet immediately died out. Despite her twin-stick strength, Miss wasn't able to clutch up the fight. And back to solos for game number 10. I listened to the voices in my head and enabled ranked arena mode. I mean, this series is to improve, right? What better way to improve than to play ranked? This was my placement match. I haven't played this since Mega, I guess. I took out both Hades and Cerberus, and yeah, you're saying that correctly. That is 6 kills already. I found this little bunker unlooted and unloved, so I decided to hang out in it. It usually contains an insane amount of pretty good loot, so I figured players would often stumble into it expecting a golden gun. Don't worry, I killed 2 people like this. I eventually moved out to Pleasant Piazza, where as soon as I caught this player in the bathroom, a banana kills me in the open. They had 11 kills, clearly better than me. I'm not too distraught. But let's see my placement. 8 kills, 5th place, took down 2 bosses all by myself. That's gonna be like gold 2 at minimum. Bronze! I saw this player's lava light giving away their location behind the pillar. I then killed this Lynx. You might have noticed, yeah, I'm back in builds. It's been a while since I've given it that good college try, and I want to be at least decent in every game mode. After killing Hades and heading towards Grim Gate, I took care of several fights happening in what I call the dead zone. When I got there, someone had already done the hard work for me. I think I mentioned this in an earlier game, but people really just feed you kills if you hide in one of these little bunkers. As I was heading out, this player was kind enough to deliver me the Ares coin, making my guns even stronger. As I was flying back into Grimgate, the match turned into a 1v1. The other player played really well, dodging and weaving around my line of sight while we were both pushing towards the final zone. I was able to get some damage on them, but then they shockwaved and I knew they were low. All I had to do was push forward, and with a quick switch to my SMG, I won the match with 12 kills. I'm trash. I'm really just not even gonna bother with the early game too much anymore. My strategy is basically just kill Hades for his loot, go to Grim Gate, kill Cerberus for his, and then just go on a rampage. That's 2 mythic weapons of my favorite type of weapons, and the Hades Siphon Medal is so insanely good, and the Cerberus Dash Medal is fantastic. I'd love to always get Ares Medal since it makes your gun shoot better, but he's on the other side of the map. As you've probably been able to tell in the footage, I was racking up kill after kill, turning the match into a 1v1. I sniped them once for 120 damage, so I knew they were low. I pushed up towards the location and won back-to-back matches, this time in solos. I don't want to see any comments about me being carried. Dropping in for 3 wins in a row, you know that I customized my skin to give me the best odds of winning. Although, as I was flying in, I noticed the Underworld was a bit of a hot drop, so I decided to land at this little area just to the side. There's only a single chest and a little bit of ground loot, so it's really actually not good. But I made it all the way to the Hades boss fight before another player swooped in to steal all my hard-earned work. Don't worry, though. Game 14 went worse. I'm pretty sure this player was a bot. Anyway, as I was running to Grim Gate after getting the Hades medal, I noticed someone already took it. I tried to hunt them down, and I chased them for a long time. But after thinking I found it, I got killed by the best shotgun in the game. This mess, the Chain of Hades, was brand new. I didn't really get to try it out. I finally got to try out the chains and killed a guy standing still. You could tell I was a bit confused. I was also able to take out Hades, but someone shot me with lightning while I was low from the fight. I also realized that you turn into a skeleton when you're zapped. I hope we get a full skeleton skin sometime soon. Oh, hey, the drum gun's back. Rocked out with this Peter Griffin in the pregame lobby. Normally I wouldn't bring this up, but I then killed him later in the match. The Chain of Hades is actually a really cool weapon, though I don't see them being super useful late game when everyone has stronger weapons. Not that I made it to the late game. The floor is lava. Half of our randomly thrown together squad left or died super early on. We then had to book it halfway across the map because the storm was moving and we weren't on super high ground. With people on every side of me, I didn't make it. I got a rough kill with the Hades hook, and then I used it again on a guy who probably had 2 brain cells. I was shot out of the sky with the wings, and then when I went to push the guy, my game froze up. I'm hoping I'm able to fix this problem before I record a majority of these matches, please. I'm a really big fan of these customizable bank robber skins. I'm not a big fan of what happened in this game. You might notice I'm back in builds. I do normally play zero build because I find it a lot more casual and fun, but sometimes I've got to play a match or 2 of the OG Battle Royale game mode so I'm not too rusty. This game is basically over the moment I got sniped in the back. You don't need to see my death, just the panic building. A quick and painful duos match. We barely made it out of the Underworld before being attacked, and I fumbled with my weapons, and Carlos tried his best. Game 26 was about to go crazy until
The bus driver, don't forget.
my game crashed.
Great job.
Freeze and Beerus combed their way through the Underworld, but Grim Gate welcomed us back in with open arms. The guy who killed me survived on 1 health. I just didn't have enough ammo for everyone. God of War blessed me this match as I went on a killing spree. My 5th kill delivered to me the new waterbending scroll, which functions like a burst AR. Yeah, this'll do nicely. I went out and gathered some more kills. Actually, I have to keep talking to have enough room for all the clips. Yeah, you're looking at that correctly. That's 11 kills. The match eventually turned into a 1v1, and the other guy and I traded blows and ran around each other for a couple minutes. He eventually decided to rush me, and with a waterbending to shotgun combo, I killed him mid-air for a 12-kill solo win. I really regret not unlocking everything for this skin. Let me wallow in my shame alone, dummy. I am still not used to how fast the Gatekeeper shotgun fires. One of the biggest issues with the Underworld is that it's super open. You can effectively be pushed from any angle at any time. And with so many different areas of it built with different layers, it can get a bit confusing if you're not used to the area yet. Also, it helps if your aim is better than mine. I know the footsteps were there, I just didn't think they were on the roof with me. Despite a few game early kills, I wasn't. I was just healing up after a fight when I got sniped. I just realized Midas is on the spawn island. You aren't supposed to be here. Death literally fell from the sky. I was just trying to complete my match quest when a player sneaked up on me. Took down both Hades and Cerberus with minimal resistance, make it all the way to top 15. For the record, don't use the wings. They end in your death more times than not. Running with a full squad now.
The name of my cat's Beetlejuice. You'll never guess what that's referring to.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Dude, oh my god, how'd you get it?
We killed a god, shared some juice, and just like every good squad match, we split up and died.
Watched.
We basically did the same thing again, taking out Hades and then sharing some juice, and then I tormented my friends with the best song in the game.
Ellie? Can you stop with that stupid song? I'm gonna strangle you in real life with a fish.
I then had to show them the greatest thing in the world.
You guys want to
Yeah,
see
like
the
a-
Breaking Bad reference?
Go for it.
I swear to God, if it's just an RV.
It's just an RV.
No, there's more to it. Like, see, there's Slurp because it's blue, like their product. Then there's the
Yeah,
two
oh my
chairs.
God.
There's the two
You
chairs.
can cook here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they have a little station for cooking.
Yeah. Pizza.
Anyway, we gotta get into the storm.
They laugh now, but when it happens, after witnessing the greatest reference of all time, we moved on to a tour of the rest of the map, cleaning up squad after squad. We ended up losing Ghosty along the way, but we vowed that her sacrifice wouldn't be in vain. As the final squad had to push towards us whilst running away from the storm, we used all that we had, winning the match. Listen, all I'm saying, if we hadn't taken that Breaking Bad detour, I surprised this player on low health, took down Hades, put down Cerberus. Hey, remember that thing I said about dying with the wings? 2 potatoes mashing into each other ended this match for me. And we're finally here! The Avatar updates. Avatar was a show that's been on my to-watch list for a while, and I finally decided to sit through it all, and I'm so glad I did. Unfortunately, Sifu Hotman was gunned down while just trying to complete challenges. I met another Toph in the pregame lobby, and that's basically the only important thing that happened in this match. Hey, I met 2 players back-to-back using skins from the Chapter 1 Season 3 Battle Pass. What are the odds? Even though I got the kill with it here, I really don't like firebending. Unfortunately, someone used the chaos of the Hades fight to sneakily kill me and then reset the Avatar cycle. I'm seeing double here. 4 twinkle toes. I went on a bit of a rampage this match, and if you're curious, I'm pretty neutral on earthbending. I like the wall, especially in zero build, but the main attack is just okay. Fun fact, Toph is canonically blind, so I can blame all of my terrible plays on her. Verdict on airbending, though, it's kind of one of the greatest mythics the game has ever introduced. I'm also growing to dislike the Gatekeeper shotgun and its pitiful 3 shots. You can get an attachment on it that raises it to 5, but that's pretty rare and you don't always make it to the upgrade bench. It's just alright. I'm not even gonna bother with this early game. This stupid lamp got in my way. Oh, no! My innards and bones! Had to play well to impress my friends. Made it all the way across the map and then challenged this fine gentleman to a good-natured fight. However, his Mondo Dukes were too much for me. I am probably the only person in the world to like these weird, colorful, humanoid figure skins. I left the Underworld super early to complete some quests, and ended up losing the waterbending battle. Left Hades to use a scrying pool, and then for some reason ran all the way down to Grimgate to take out Cerberus. I ended up sandwiched between 3 different players, and did not make it out. Took down Hades, and then headed down to Grimgate and died. Wow, I sure do hope this doesn't become a reoccurring theme. The Underworld wasn't full of any real competition, so I took my goods and ran down to Grimgate, where I conquered both the land and the boss. I barely survived a fight with super low health, and by licking my wounds, I was able to get back to full health. Of course, it doesn't matter how much health you have if the enemy has a one-shot gun that is so fair and balanced it got nerfed later in the season. Okay, a chest. I think I'll open that one. Don't pick fights with the Reaper. After doing the usual Underworld stuff, not much happened aside from a single kill. As the gun attachment vaults, I don't know what they're called, were opening, I ran over to one and got surprised by a green alien waiting for me. Gojo lives on 1 health. I hate Infinity. Strange match. I had to leave early to complete some quests and ended up at Grim Gate where I met my demise. You might have noticed me using the Spider-Verse skins a lot lately. I'm coping with the fact that we don't have a Spider-Man Noir skin yet. Just like I'm coping with how terribly I did this match.
Here, Mr. YouTube man. Is that going to go into your YouTube compilations of the 100 drops?
Yes. Yes, it is. We made it all the way across the map to Mount Olympus.
How are you going to describe this round? How we're just camping here in Mount Olympus?
Oh, you're in the roof.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we're in the roof. There's a whole ass entrance right over here on this platform.
I'm going
There's
to
a whole.
describe it as Miss Gets Lost. I think that's...
As we ran to the end game, I was rocking all 4 elements, and the match becoming a 2v1. The final guy just ran all the way into the storm to give us another win. I don't know what happened here. I just kind of blacked out and created a whole new character. Watch the clips.
I gotta get your B-boots. Fall bending?
Oh
I'll take fall bending over AR.
That's a play and a half.
Oh, I gotta open.
No,
I gotta open
Mike,
shit.
no
I gotta open shit. I gotta heal up. I gotta heal up.
I feel like Philip is gonna like just put this audio bit of them talking in that accent.
No, I'm actually really awesome. I'm really cool at this game, and you guys don't get it. I'm actually basically ninja.
You're ninja.
Yeah. Although I'm
What
not.
did that
I'm not
mean?
actually a ninja. My name is Rubber Chicken. Because Rubber Chicken
great
got it at
pistol.
Fortnite. Rubber Chicken clacked at Fortnite.
Oh yeah,
I
how
have a
cracked
great
are
thing
you?
though.
I'm so clacked. I'm like doing it behind me.
What's your peak rank? What's your peak rank?
Pink? My Immortal 3.
That's the wrong game.
My pick rank is all of them because I'm pink. Don't worry, I'm helping. To the dog.
God, that accent is gonna be in my nightmares. I swear to God.
Is he saying robo or rubber?
I don't know. It sounds like
Rubber
Robo,
chicken,
but it's
rubber. Like squishy.
squishy.
Oh,
Okay. I'm losing brain cells being in this game.
I got the elimination. Uh-oh, I had no dash. I thought I had a dash.
Yeah, it was late at night and I was super tired. Don't be surprised that we didn't win this one.
That is
Jesus
max level.
Christ. Dude, you have a problem.
Also, if it wasn't clear from the footage so far, I've been having really bad lag issues. It'll get fixed, same with the big caps lock icon that appears sometimes eventually, but let's hope it's sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, I made it all the way down to fencing fields with only a few players left in the match when I had to leave. Watch as I use shield breaker EMPs well for the first time ever. I'd also like to use this match to talk about how good waterbending is for clearing out bosses. It's quiet, it's got infinite ammo, it hits like a truck. It's what I've been using to kill Hades and Cerberus for the last couple of rounds. Speaking of, I was chasing down the guy with the Cerberus medallion and we ended up killing each other. I played this match while watching the first episode of Legend of Korra. I continued watching it into the next match as well. This game was super uninteresting until... No! Avatar State Aang having a lightning scar on his back is actually a super cool detail. It's just a shame that this enemy wouldn't be walking away with any scars. Started off game 70 strong with a couple of kills, leaving the Underworld with 4 as I picked up my 5th at the nearby gas station. Killed another player who graciously gave me the Ares medallion, which is almost as good as winning the whole match. I picked up a few more kills as the map shrunk and shrunk, with the game eventually turning into a 1v1. I was low on health, so I hid, but I realized I had to end the match here now, so I went for it! I went for it all! Getting a solo win with 9 kills to my name. Ultra Instinct is deserved. In game 71, we discovered how well thought out the big bowls of fire are.
Wow.
I'm dying. No, I'm goated.
You're goated.
It was a great match, thanks to the voices in my head. However, the match ultimately ended when I tried to take refuge in a room without a roof.
Don't do ranks.
Oh, no,
Don't
I
do
can't
ranks.
I did another ranked match. I'd also like to highlight my usual drop spot here at the Underworld. There's a god chest that always spawns right here, with some ground loot right below that has quick access to the dash skulls. I made it out of the Underworld with a few kills and the Hades loot, and then I just kind of blacked out. The voices kept going, and by the time I came to, the game was a 1v1 and I had 8 kills.
This is not fucking Valorant.
Okay. I'm winning. I'm literally goated. With the swells.
The voices have manifested themselves into reality!
I don't care what they say about us anyway.
This really is a buddy
I
code.
don't care about that.
It is.
Despite being overstimulated, it didn't seem to hinder us at all.
Are we going crazy?
Yes.
Oh,
Crazy? I was crazy once.
Well, in theory, it didn't hinder us. We were almost torn apart near the bridge, but thanks to my raw skill, we won the encounter. We fought around the middle island where the 0 point will definitely come out from for an absurd amount of time, and by the time the circles were getting super small, we had been spread thin. I ended up being the last person in our squad alive, with the match becoming just a casual 1v1.
They're right above me, aren't they?
Oh my
They're right
god.
behind me, aren't they?
You're right behind me, aren't they?
Or he's right behind me, isn't he?
Go back in
Aye.
and reload.
Yes.
There's no way that works.
There's
They're
no
running.
way.
Oh, see the damage?
With the dehydration gun!
It wasn't until I knocked this player that I realized I was still in squad from the last game. I tried my best, taking out 2 of them, but a 1v4 is never very viable. I died at Grim Gate again, how exciting! The only notable thing about Game 76 is this snipe. I've still gotta show you my embarrassing death though, don't I? Deadfire was broke in this update. His hat was floating meters off of his head. While it did look really silly, and it's making me laugh about it now, it made it hard to hide. I would not recommend your hat doing this in real life. I did not realize that they had a sniper. I did not realize they had the Kills You gun. Ran to no man's land to get some quick early game kills, and as the game progressed, I ended up getting a few more. However, I was stuck between several players and a moving storm circle, so I ended up not making it out very far. This death means nothing to me without a Spider-Verse Noir skin. Made use of some quick gun switching to take out 2 players in a fight. I left the Underworld with some decent loot, but in this modern day of zero build, if you don't have any movement, you're as good as dead. That's why I died.
Whoa, I need to get the fic right.
Hey puppy. sorry, no, that was an intrusive thought.
There's a line.
That was a Deku intrusive thought.
No, dude, it was the 3-hit combo from Mick circling it back around to Fortnite, Fuse saying Bakeroy, and then Philip committing war crimes!
We have fun here. If you're curious as to why I lost, it's because they tied me up for 5 minutes for the atrocities I've spoken, and thus their wonderful voices were not there to serenade me through the match. Gordon Freeman rocking it back through the Underworld this time, making it all the way down and past Grim Gate with 5 kills and 2 gods slain. I then continued to march my parade of death all the way around the map. Bumbo, you were talking about my bits. I think one of my favorite ones is making Getty for dinner. Bah, I hate dinner. That's a picture of spaghetti being thrown on a wall.
I forgot about that one.
Bah, I hate dinner. The numbers continued to dwindle and dwindle as the players thinned until finally.
Oh yeah, I just logged you
13
out
kill
sometimes.
win.
For the fuck of it.
I'm trying my heart out here for back-to-back wins with double-digit kills. I went on a rampage, slaying mortals and gods alike. I brought the match down to a 1v1 and prepared as the other player rushed me. I got the first couple of shots off and then proceeded to miss everything and die a horrifying death. Oh, hey, it's Star Wars time now. That doesn't really change anything with my plan. Went with a typical get 2 kills into Hades' reign and then leave, like I've done in probably half of these matches. Don't worry though, 5th place ain't that bad.
Butany's grown dark evil pack.
Sometimes they say words that scare even me.
You're cringe. We are not friends anymore.
Yeah, that's fair actually.
Question.
Yeah.
That looks right.
What is this?
Fortnite added customizable skins, and I was pressured by my friends into buying and making a loadout for Boyfriend from Friday Night Funkin'.
Yeah, that was my next question. I hope somebody shoots a character, like, instantly.
I hope someone shoots you, is what I thought he was going to say.
This spot here is also a pretty decent drop. There's a few chests and a god chest, and there's a bunch of green skull juice around for quick traversal. Continuing to ignore the clip, this was my first time using the Wookiee Bowcaster. I don't like it. In game 89, I got my balls blasted. 97th place is worse. 12th place with 0 kills. As I left the Underworld with 0 kills, I knew I was in for a quick game. But to my surprise, I started to collect a few more, startling someone who totally believed I was hiding behind the door. Be sure to get creative with your hiding spaces. I ended up salvaging Goku Black for spare parts, leaving just me and the final guy. He put his trust into waterbending and I put mine to my SMG, barely winning out the round. Do I even need to say anything? You should know how these early game matches go by now. Unfortunately, I died when I got down to Grim Gate. Wow, how rare. Fun fact, this is the 3rd match I'm playing with this skin. I forgot to record both of the previous ones and I turned off replays due to file sizes. I'm good at this job. Since nothing really crazy happens in this match, if you've watched this far, I'll use this time to ask you to follow the artist on Twitter. She normally does the artwork for these 100 drop videos, and she just makes banger stuff in general, so go drop her a follow. In fact, you can find the socials of everyone I played with in the description of the video. It's sweaty summer, and that means it's time for me to die at Grimgate. You might have probably asked yourself this question by now, but why does he keep going to Grimgate if he ends up dying? And you know, that's actually a very fair question. Every match of Fortnite is a gamble, and you've got to be willing to bet on black and call, even if you might roll over 21. The rounds I die suck, but the rounds I win are oh so good. I went on an absolute rampage this match, because this is just one of those winning the gamble matches. I think 9 kills in a 1v1 situation speaks for itself. Just because you're 32 perfect games of blackjack away from winning doesn't mean it'll happen every time, though. You know, we rockin' the purple Hades for one of these last matches. I waited until the quest came out to unlock the style for his pickaxe. Genuinely fantastic skin. Can't wait to see it never be referenced in any way outside of this season. Unfortunately, I was too slow on clearing up the riffraff of the Underworld that I wasn't able to take down Hades before the storm closed in over there. Doesn't matter, I went ahead and got Cerberus, and don't worry, I killed that guy. What's going on over there? What are they doing? Anyway, I was going for another high kill game when this plague doctor slid into my bush and took me out. One of my few lightning bolt kills! Man, the dash makes it really hard to track enemies sometimes. I need your guys' help. What skin should I wear? What?
Assassin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Due to popular demand, we're finishing this out with the Contract Giller.
By the way, have you been recording audio this whole time?
Yeah. Yep.
Arson.
Ah, fun.
Due to popular demand, we have cut the previous few minutes of dialogue. I've really come to love the Hades chains as the season has progressed. They deal a stupid amount of damage, and with some jump stalling, you can effectively throw these things out forever. I was trying to complete these quests for the dummy, but someone stole my car and then blew it up. I was caught on the open, and without a car, was effectively defenseless as they took me down. But, how'd I do? Let's start off with what people want to see, the win count. With the previous 100 drops only netting 4, and the previous only getting a solid 3, I've absolutely improved over the last year I've been playing. Some of the wins were also really impressive. Some were just absolute stomps, where I just win over the entire lobby. Whereas others, I was basically fighting tooth and nail the entire time. 11 wins is a win on average almost every 9 games, and with 6 wins, 3 sets of 2 being back-to-back wins, I think that's really impressive, and I definitely hit the goal I set out for this video. 338 kills is also really good, kind of an insane number actually. I don't have the stats for the previous videos, and they're pretty painful to sit through, so I'll just be referring to this one here on out. 338 kills leaves us with about 3.4 kills on average per match, which actually comes through. A lot of rounds I'd have 2 to 4 kills, so I'm glad to see my math probably isn't horribly wrong. I accidentally hit my soundboard. I also killed bosses 71 times, and whilst I don't have the stats for exactly how many each were, I do think that Hades probably counts for 2/3, while Cerberus counts for only 1/3. I can confidently say that I never killed Zeus or Ares, but I am surprised at the number being this low. I really wasn't expecting it to reach over 100, but I thought it'd be around the mid-80s when starting out, with the possibility of getting both Hades and Cerberus each match. As for the location itself, the Underworld is a pretty cool place. The Guaranteed God chests make it a big sell over the other locations around the map that don't have any, and with the area being basically split up into about 5 layers, it makes fights fun and frantic. There's a bunch of little areas to hide in or that loop back around on each other, and I think the Underworld dash the little skulls give you are incredibly fun to use. I doubt a lot of this will persist to the next season, which unfortunately makes sense, but I hope the layout remains the same and it keeps the same ghostly charm it currently has. Thank you so much for watching. Jumpscare! Make sure to leave a like if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and again, the socials of everybody that I played with are in the description below. I've got so much more on the way. I'm gonna really try and make this year something special. I'll be seeing you soon for a video on a soggy topic.